Hi, I am Anthony, owner of Amici Pizzeria in Atlantic Highlands. This is the Sip and Hustle podcast where I sit down and have drinks and chat with business owners that I know or don't know. So if you're a business owner and you want to come on the Sip and Hustle podcast, just like reach out. We're at Sip and Hustle on Instagram. And so what we have here first is my first guest, Brendan. Brendan Smith, owner of Julio's Pizzeria, one town over, and you can see that we're friends. We are not enemies. That's always something that like gets me like hilarious. Oh, you're at like war. I was like, no, dude, there's no war, man.
I feel like there was, the way you explained it though with your dad.
My dad did not like other pizzerias,
and I think that's probably the way it was back in the day with the old school Italians and like. Maybe times have just changed. I don't know.
I'm glad that they have. Because if it's Friday night and I need a bag of flour or some boxes and I hit up you or Franny's or something like that, it's so awesome that I'm able to just do that.
Yes, same. Just nice and easy. And then the fact that our kids live down the street from each other and
we live 1 block away from each other.
Yeah, and our families live a block away from each other.
Yep, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
So I mean, it's better to be friends than
it's always better to be friends than enemies, right? Yeah. Even though they say keep your enemies closer.
Oh shit.
All right, Brendan actually brought us something. What is it? It's 16 crimes?
19 crimes.
19 crimes. I am dyslexic and apparently can't read because it's also upside down. I saw it upside down. All right, so 19 crimes, Cali Gold. Is that what that is?
That's what it looks like.
This is the Snoop Dogg sparkling wine. Snoop Dogg's champagne.
I thought it was appropriate. I was looking for a nice, inexpensive bottle of bubbly to celebrate your first pod.
Thank you.
Thought it'd be a fun way to do it.
I can even get it, you can open it because I can't get it open. We don't have any champagne flutes, but what we do have, since we're in the restaurant, we have deli containers. And we're also sipping on a couple of drinks. We have Lagunitas Daytime Crisp IPA. It's Brendan's drink of choice. And we have some Pink Whitney, which that becomes a problem for me sometimes. I get like really flirty.
Oh yeah. Hey, don't worry about getting a little flirty. It's all right.
Dude, you see?
I'll give it right back.
Look at the glasses, Melanie, baby.
Those are great. I hope you have enough that I'm taking one home with me tonight.
Well,
all right.
You already had to ruin the surprise.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. We'll get when we get to the end. All right.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to have a little bit of Pink Whitney.
I've never opened a bottle of champagne before.
It was getting to me, so I had to pass it on to you.
It got to me a little bit too.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
So in true restaurant fashion, and I don't know about you, but I'm only gonna do like one of these because I'll leave with a headache.
Yeah, I know. It's the dude. That's what it is, man. It's the sugar and stuff. I noticed that like if I drink, so whenever I get bagged up now, what I do is I will. Before I go to bed, I will drink 2 full glasses of water. Yeah. And then I will take like a Tylenol or 2 Tylenol, and then I go to bed.
I try to stay away from the Tylenol for the extra liver punishment.
Yeah.
But the water is clutch.
Yeah. It has to. You have to pee it out, man. Like you gotta get that sugar out of you because the sugar is what causes the hangovers and headaches.
True. And the Whitney's got that sugar in them.
The Whitneys have a lot of sugar in them.
So does this stuff. Let's see
Thank
how it is.
Thank you very much. Salud.
How's it going, Snoop?
So, Brendan, really what I really wanted to talk to you about is since we both own pizzerias, right? What made you want to get into the pizza business?
I've been in the pizza business since I had a driver's license. My first job with my license that I wasn't getting carted to by a friend or a parent was delivering pizzas at the pizza company in Little Silver, no offense.
Whoa, pizza company.
Yep.
Oh, throwback.
Yes, throwback.
Throwback.
But my spot was your dad's spot. So I'll throw that plug in real quick, and I'm sure we'll come back to that many times.
Shout out to Umberto's in Ferry.
Absolutely.
No longer there anymore,
but it was the spot. You know that. We all know that.
It's legendary. Man.
It is.
It really was legendary. People come here and they'll be like, "Have you ever heard of Umberto's in Ferry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." They're like, "You look like the guy's son," and I was like, "Cause I am."
That might be the reason why. I had my first pepperoni slice there. I had my first garlic knot there. I had my first cheesesteak there. And I remember them all like vividly, like being like pepperoni. Oh my God, what was I missing out on? My uncle taking me in for dinner. Where do I want to go? I want to go to Umberto's. He's like, get something, you don't have to get pizza. He's like, try a cheesesteak. Like, all right, boom. I've eaten cheesesteaks for the rest of my life since then. And the garlic knots, I'd never seen them anywhere else. Your dad was doing
that was like, yeah, that was something, I forget who, like, someone brought it to us. They were just like, you have to do this. And it was like one of the random, like, it was, I want to say, I don't remember the guy's name. He's probably not even, like, around anymore. But he was like a cook at, like, the Sizzler in Eatontown. Remember Sizzler?
I don't remember a Sizzler, no.
You don't remember Sizzler in Eatontown?
Was it
where the Chick-fil-A is right now in that Best Buy parking lot.
Okay.
So there was a Sizzler there. And the guy ended up leaving there. We used to, like, that was like the place that we would go when my parents were off, back when they did take off in like the early 90s. We'd go to the Sizzler for some reason. And I just remember it. Oof. Yeah. The bubbly.
Yeah, I'm going to get that one out of the way.
The bubbly.
Move back onto the IPA.
So, yeah, we used to go to, and the guy, randomly the guy was just like telling my dad that he was looking for a new job. So my dad was like, oh yeah, I got a pizzeria in Fairhaven if you want, you know. He's the one who brought us like vodka sauce. He brought us Caesar salads. Yeah, I remember Caesar salads weren't like a thing until I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, it's got none of the vegetables. And, you know, I was like 5 years old and I was like, this is delicious. It's got a ton of croutons.
Yeah, love the croutons and the Parmesan.
Yeah. And then I think I want to say garlic knots was one of the things that he was just like, you know, try these out.
And that became such a staple in that town. I remember the Watsons, who Luke worked for your dad forever, and I was friends with his younger brother Stu. And every family party, trays of garlic knots.
Dude, like somebody, I remember this kid Oliver that I played soccer with.
Oliver Nuts?
Yes. Oh my God, yes. So he wrote, and we had it for the longest time. He wrote a poem about garlic knots.
No shit.
For like a class project or something.
I'm sure a lot of kids did.
We had it posted on our soda machine for the longest time. And dude, that's so fucking funny. Oliver Nuts. Oh my gosh. By the way, do you want a Pink Whitney / Sprite?
I'll try that. I haven't.
Dude, it honestly, it's it's going down pretty good. Yeah,
I can see it being good.
It's going down pretty good, and it might become a problem.
Well, that's what I like to bring on the golf course, is we still have to do it in this.
I know. What do you call it? Birdie juice?
Birdie juice, baby.
Birdie juice. That was the first time I heard it. I didn't know what the hell you guys were talking about. You're like, birdie juice. And like, it didn't like click to me until I remember I had my vape, but I may have vaped some cannabis before because I was nervous about playing with you and your like 2 professionals that you brought along with you.
Yeah, the mid-teen handicappers.
You guys are like annoying with how good at golf you guys are, because I started 4 years prior to you, but for some reason you seem to find your way out on the course way more often than I do, and it's just jealousy.
That's all it is, yeah.
Yeah, because you notice, I said, I was like, I hadn't played in like a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it took me to like I want to say like maybe the 9th or 10th hole for me to like start.
Feeling it again.
Exactly, yeah. And I was like, oh man, like these guys probably think I'm a fucking asshole.
No, we were all just having fun. And at the end, we were all like, hey, let's get out and do this again.
Yeah, and it's been what, like fucking 2 years since then, right?
Well, the schedule, I think I've played less than 5 times this summer, so.
Yeah, Melanie was like 9 months, no, I think it was 3 years ago, because Marco just turned 3, and I don't think Marco was born yet, dude.
Oh, Jesus. It's kicking the age grapes.
Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. He's 3 now, yeah.
But back to your question about getting into pizza. So Umberto's was always a staple, going out to lunch from Knollwood, walking down the street. You call a girl, ask her if she wants to go to lunch with you, bring a $5 bill, get 2 slices of whatever slice, and a Snapple, some garlic knots for $5. Believe that.
Yeah.
And so Umberto's was that staple, but I every month had to go to the orthodontist in Little Silver, which was right across from the pizza company.
Stop.
Anthony Terra.
Dude.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I still have some of his hardware in here because he retired, and the other guy who took over was like, it's not my property, I can't take it out. I guess I got this bar in my mouth for the rest of my life.
Yeah, mine broke off in high school wrestling.
Okay, and he was probably pissed at you for it.
No, I never went. I told my mom, and she was like, sucks to be you. That was the end of that. It's just busted a retainer, never went back in. What's crazy though is that you still have the bar?
I still have the bar.
I have 2 whatever the hell holes that I can feel all the time from where that bar was like inserted into the tooth or whatever.
All right, so I don't know if I prefer the holes or the food getting stuck, but I know how to get the food out of the bar now. Like, I'm a pro at it. The same spots every time. But I go in to get my braces tightened every month. Mm-hmm. So before the braces tightening, my mom's like, your last meal. Pizza company's right there, let's go.
There you go.
And I feel like they were the first ones doing like the buffalo chicken with like the ranch drizzle. At least that was the first place that I had it. And I was like, oh, this is phenomenal. So I started working there on Friday nights after I got my license. And at the end of the night, I always put in a ticket for buffalo chicken pie, the ranch drizzle, bring it home to my family. And they
fucking made you pay for that?
I doubt they made me pay for it. But you put it, you want to bring it home fresh. So drove for them all until I went to college. Came home from college. As a musician, it was just I wanted to play gigs on the weekends and have a flexible schedule, so continued driving. Went down to Joe's and Wall, Serpico's and Allenhurst. I was there for a while. I learned how to make pizza at Porta and Asbury.
Which is like wildly different from the pizza that you make now.
Totally
you make
different.
New York style, right?
Right.
Yeah, and that's
That was the first pizza that I was making, right.
So you were there when they first started?
The first summer they were open.
Okay, so were you there with, I believe Roberto was the guy who was supposed to be coming down there and like instructing them? Because like, that's what he told me at least.
He might have instructed, it was a woman named, Ronnie, kind of a boyish name, and she had a thing for me. It was, but she was cool. She was cool. And
they usually are.
Oh man, that's the set part of it.
Is that?
But she went. She got like Pizziola certified. They had the oven shipped in from Italy. It was all authentic. So we went through like a 2-week crash course, showing up every day before the place even opened, just like making pizzas.
Do you know Ben Ha?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I know he worked there, but it was probably way after you were gone already.
Christian Kotu, Dylan Cahill, Nick Staggard were all there at the time.
Okay.
Nick's remained a good buddy of mine. I did that for like a summer, and it was just, the pay wasn't great. We weren't getting tips. They wanted the pizza to be the show, but the servers are all getting the tips, and like we're putting on the show, and we weren't allowed to be tipped out.
Yeah, you guys have to do like scissor fingers and shit too, right? Was that a thing?
Oh my God, scissor fingers. That's ringing some bells. I can't specifically remember, but
so I remember I had a guy come here looking for a job. He's like, "Oh, you used to work at Porta," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you know, I learned all this stuff like the scissor fingers," and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I remember it was a lot gentler.
And apparently
with
that's me. Like supposedly, like when you do Neapolitan pizza, and I am Neapolitan or Napolitan, whatever you want to say. My dad's from Naples. And apparently when you're doing the Neapolitan pizza, you're not supposed to grab it with your fingertips. You're supposed to grab it with the insides of these two fingers, your middle and your index, and you're supposed to stretch it out. Yeah, scissor fingers.
Now it's coming back.
Fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Hey man, like I don't know.
You could fucking grab it with your fingertips and do the same. I feel like I have less fucking control.
Right.
Like if I want to, if the whole point is to not pinch it, so the air can flow through it.
I can do that better with my fingers than my scissors.
Exactly, I can go underneath it and pull it out. I'd rather not fucking
coax it
scissor
out.
fingers, man.
So that's where I first started making pizza. And I landed at Serpico's for like a good 10 years while I was playing with some steady bands, and like decided I want to learn to do the counter, maybe more flexible, like made more money at the counter because you get to know the customers, and it was just learning another aspect of the business. So at the end of all that, the only thing I really didn't do was work in the kitchen, learn how to like prep and chop veggies and cook stuff. Like I'd make myself cheesesteaks and meatball parms at the end of the night. And
easy shit.
Bullshit. So at that point, when Erin and I got pregnant with our first child, Charlie.
Who's Erin?
Erin's my wife, my beautiful wife, who.
I got you, Erin.
And she is the life behind our business. I was even mentioning to you, like, this will be more fun if Erin's here with me. Like, I'm good time after I loosen up a little bit, boys, so we'll see.
That's the point of Sip and Hustle, man.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so you were at Serpico's. You learned how to make meatball parms?
I taught myself the meatball parm part, but Chris at Serpico's and Gadiel, who's with us in Atlantic Highlands, taught me how to make the New York style.
Okay.
Taught me how to make dough, sauce. We were balling dough as drivers and doing all that shit.
Your dough is different than mine, by the way.
It is.
It is, because I remember the one time I asked you for a bag of flour, and I went there, and your guy, because you weren't there, and it must have been Gadiel, right? Is that his name?
Probably, yeah, if it was making pizza.
He gave me a bag of the, the balancer.
Either the high gluten, well, I mean, to give away secrets on camera.
Sorry.
Two different pills, very tight, but yeah.
Yes, it was not, so we use high gluten, so I won't give away too much of your recipe, but we use high gluten here. And what I was given was your other flour.
Okay, it was not the balancer though, which I accidentally bought once on my first trip to Restaurant Depot as a rookie business owner doing my first business shopping. This is my flour.
Whatever it was that was given to me, I want to say it was balancer. So maybe
it was Baker's Best, and I'll throw it out there because somewhere that I came from, and I don't want to throw them under. But while I was a little, I don't want to say green in the pizza business, because like I said, I've been in it since I was 17. As a driver, are you in the business? I don't know.
Dude, I get it.
But like thinking like, oh, like this is just how we make flour. This is just how we make sauce. And so like we found ways to keep it fresher as we were selling less product than them. So it was like, all right, we take the garlic out of the sauce and the sauce won't go bad as quickly. So we can keep the sauce. So like we tweaked a few little things.
That was something I learned not even in the pizza business. And I'll give you my secret. We don't put any garlic in our sauce.
Yeah, we don't either.
Because if I need to make marinara sauce, I could just saute some garlic, throw sauce in there, and guess what? Now I don't age my sauce. You know, throw some basil in there, we're good. And now my sauce is not aged, and I don't have to throw anything away.
There you go.
The only thing that's different that I don't have is like a lot of places they'll have that chunky tomatoes when they do the marinara sauce, and because we use our regular house tomato sauce, it's not, you don't get that chunk,
right?
But you're still getting all the flavor. So if what you really want is to just bite into a tomato as you're eating our marinara sauce, just order a side of tomatoes and you can bite into them all day.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's with it too, the little tweaks you got to make things.
Yeah.
We weren't doing a lot of pizzas at first when we first opened. And so we were having to keep stuff longer, you know, we just made dough in shorter stacks. And, those are the adjustments you make. But anyway, so back to opening the restaurant, I gave Serpico's I had like a month's notice. Like we found, my sister found the restaurant in Atlantic was for sale. And
were you making, when you were working at Serpico's though, were you making pizza there as like your job? Or?
I didn't have a pizza shift, but from 2 to 4 every day, the pizza maker would go downstairs and make dough. So I'd be on the counter and I'd be like, I'm making the pizzas while he's down there.
Okay.
And just stepping in and making pizzas whenever I could, because we knew this was coming, but it was like a month away. My boss knew, everybody knew, and I feel like they were happy for me. Like,
so like you were buying a pizzeria without perfecting making a pizza.
Kinda, yeah.
And see, and like, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep stopping you, but this is exactly why I did the podcast, and this is exactly what I want people to know. You don't have to know. Like, you can learn on the fly. You can start a business.
Yeah.
And I feel like more people should start businesses. Like, people should not be afraid to start their own business.
No.
And like you're saying, and this is like exactly why I wanted you as my first guest. Exactly why I wanted you as my first guest is because I want you to tell people, look, you don't, like you just said, you weren't making pizza full time.
No.
When you opened your first pizzeria.
Right.
And now he has 2. Right?
Yeah. So I was more of a, I was a full-time pizza maker to start. A long story short, our main guy, Gadiel, ended up quitting Serpico's for other reasons, worked somewhere else, and they couldn't give him the promised pay, and so he ended up coming on with us, which was just a fortunate mistake. No poaching, none of that kind of bullshit. And so for the few weeks before he came on, I was making pizza, but we weren't that busy. And the first review we got, holy shit, I remember the first customer, this guy, Lenny Otto on Google.
You remember him?
Oh, a nice 1-star.
Fuck.
He came in, he wanted a personal thin crust, well done. And I'm like, shit, like, just give me a personal plain. Like, I got this. Like, so I'm like, I thin crust, I don't know how to do that, but I'm like, let me throw it on the screen so I can cook it a little extra. Maybe that'll like help like leave it in a little longer. And he was just like, this thing was like chewy and like just slammed it. I think he's become a customer again since.
You think he's back?
I think he's back. I've seen some Lenny's with the personal well done. It lingers in the back of my mind.
See, that's my fucking problem. Is I would say something. Do you want to say something to Lenny right now?
No, hey man, fair review. If you didn't like it, you know, we got to take the critical feedback with the good.
Nah, dude, fuck you, Lenny. Dead ass, man. Because and the thing is, like, if you had an actual like bad experience with constructive criticism, that's one way to help a business. If you give them constructive criticism. Now, if you just tell somebody, oh, I felt like it was chewy or this, that, and the other thing, fuck yourself, man. Because like you're hurting, like you have 2 kids, a mortgage to pay for, you have a wife that she probably wants to buy shit.
She likes to buy shit.
Right? Like, and I love you, Aaron, I do. But like and people don't get it, man. When they leave a 1-star review on a fucking small business like ours, they like it's not the same as leaving a 1-star review at fucking Walmart, where they're not going to give a shit.
Right, or like, maybe they'll alert them their team is fucking up or whatever.
Right.
But this is one of our first customers. It was 5 years. We're coming up on 6 years. It was almost 6 years ago.
You know the fucking guy's name.
I remember. Lenny Otto. Yeah.
Lenny Otto. It's living in your fucking brain for 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. True.
You think the fucking owner of fucking the CEO of Walmart gives a fuck that they got a 1-star review
True.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, it fucking lives with us, man.
No,
it's bullshit. Because, like, I'll take any criticism. And the thing is, too, is I always try to make it right with a customer. Right. And I say it all the time. And we got a 1-star review the other day, and I wasn't here for it. But from what I was told from everybody who was working here that day, they did exactly what I would have done. What can we do to fix this? If there's nothing to fix this, then it's on you, man, because we can do everything. They tried to offer the guy a refund. He wouldn't take it. The only thing that this guy wanted was a fucking time machine to go back
and do it differently.
And, like, you can't expect, like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, does he have the keys to the time machine? Because I got some shit that I would like to go back to.
Well, in that, there's a lesson for customers, right? If you have a bad experience, come in, talk to the business owners, we'll make it right. You got the guy that you couldn't make it right with. We've had those. We had a couple who would come in, every week or two, order a sandwich and all these special instructions with it, and we tried to live up to it, and there were always complaints. And finally, got to be like the 4th, 5th, 6th time of it, and Erin went up, she's like, clearly we don't make you happy, here's a refund for your sandwich, just please don't come back. Like,
there you go.
We're not making what you want.
Yeah, exactly. If there's always a complaint, dude. I mean, that's what you gotta do. Some people just don't, and look, dude, we depend on our customers, honestly, for our livelihood. Mm-hmm. But, like, if there's nothing we can do to make you happy, honestly, dude, like, go find somewhere that's gonna make you happy.
Yeah, because we have our customers do what we do make happy, and somebody else can make you happy.
Exactly, which is why, and our sponsor, no. I wish I had a sponsor.
Uber's gonna be your first one.
I need Uber, Lyft. If you guys want to sponsor the show, we are getting drunk. And we need rides home. We need right home. Took a little bathroom break, but we're back. And Brendan here is telling us all about you're getting ready to leave Serpico's.
Yes. Just trying to make as many pizzas as I could. And like we touched on a little bit, like you don't have to have your craft perfected to go in, and you got a good team around you, and you got the will to learn. And
dude, I know somebody who has he has a flourishing down in South Jersey. I know his name. His name is Mario. Forget his business name. But he bought a fertilizing business off of some guy who his dad knew. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm getting out of it, and I have all these customers. I just got to find a buyer for my truck and my business. And Mario was like, I'll do it. No fucking idea what he was doing.
Like, hey, if it's a blossoming business, there's a demand for it. I'll learn how to do this, or I'll find people that know how and teach me.
And that's the thing. It's like when you start your own business, you don't have to know everything about it, but you better fucking learn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're going through something which is more recent. I don't know if we want to touch on later or what, but like when it came to the kitchen stuff that I told you I hadn't done, and we had good cooks at the start who managed the kitchen and the space that it was. We decided we were only going to do pizza. It wasn't big enough to really do pasta. I didn't have any gas ranges or fryers, so I had an electric range and 2 electric fryer baskets.
No, an electric range. I knew you had the countertop fryer.
Yeah,
but you have like a fucking
one range. Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome.
But it's inductive, and it cooks up pretty fast, pretty good. But I mean, like, imagine you get an order for a bunch of cheesesteaks and. What else are you doing on the grill?
Shit, are you doing cheesesteaks there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we do cheesesteaks.
In a pan?
Throw a little oil in there.
Oh my god.
The cheesesteak.
Dude, that would... Umbertos, that would set them off. They'd be like the fucking flat tops off. And I'm like, put it in a pan. They're like, no. So you're doing them just right there in a pan?
Yeah. At least in Atlantic.
Okay.
Keansburg, we bought the flat top.
Okay.
And we had to, we built that space. So again, further down the line is that one, because Keansburg we opened a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And we're coming up on 6 years in Atlantic. So
Keansburg was if I remember correctly, Keansburg was a bit of a headache.
Yeah, a little bit. Red tape of building out. We thought we were kind of buying a turnkey pizzeria like we had, and then realized we needed to do all this construction, new roof, take down trees, new floors, sorts of new framing. So we basically like reframed the place out.
Yeah.
I even have a picture on my phone of when we were taking the floors up. I think we got to the 3rd layer of flooring, and there was a note from the family who I know and knew beforehand. Good luck to whoever opens these floorboards. Brendan Montague, 1996. And then we got past that one and saw a carcass that I couldn't figure out if it was a small cat or a big rat.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it was interesting. An interesting, it was pretty much a rebuild.
Yeah. And for what you thought you were buying was a turnkey business.
Pretty much, yeah.
To not have to do anything.
Yeah. We thought we were coming in and cleaning some stuff up, putting some paint on the walls, and ended up 1.5 years construction.
Oh my gosh. And like, I can't even imagine the money you would have had to put into that.
A lot more than we thought we were going to, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank God for lines of credit and bank loans, SBA loans.
Dude, SBA loans.
Take them if you need it, but get out of it as soon as you can.
Yep.
Because
yeah, dude, but they will save your ass.
I just remember our first few mortgage payments. I swear to God, there was a month where like $18 of like a $3,000 payment was going towards the principal. And we were like, what is this?
Yeah.
So fortunately, with some family help, we were able to move things around, get untangled from that, because it was really just sucking. Like it was long term, that would not have worked.
No.
You guys seem like a really tight family, through and through, aunts and uncles, cousins.
Yeah, we are.
I was browsing. I assume one of the pictures on the wall over there seems like a pretty big family of cousins. Looked like a family picture anyway.
I'm bleeding. Yes, there is a family picture over there of us all. I believe that's our engagement party at the Watermark in Asbury.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Classic spot. Shout out to Russell Lewis, who hooked us up. My first business, actually. I don't know if you want to touch that at all.
Wait, hold on.
So, yeah, while I was at Serpico's, I was playing in bands. I was a sound engineer and wanted to record out on the road. We put together a little project called Asbury Rising. We had a friend who wanted to do journalism, a friend who was into videography. I was into the audiography, audio engineering. So we would go around to the big local shows and like, hey, Stone Pony, like Media Pass, like getting into the Parlor Mob shows, hooking into the board, recording the show.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, we did it for the summer that Porta opened. So it was a combination of the Porta hustle and doing that. So there's always been multiple hustles going on. And there's always been an entrepreneurial spirit. It was actually my idea that I brought to them on New Year's Eve. I was like, hey, we make this website, put some media up, put the tracks up, go out, record, do interviews with the bands, any albums coming out, we can promote their albums, promote shows. And we did it for a good, probably at least a year. We had a tax ID number and everything. And
so that means you have to go to Restaurant Depot.
Yes.
But that's so cool,
though,
doing
man.
Like, thing. See, there you go.
But like you said, the Fabry flops. I thought of that out there when we were talking about that. And I was like, I have the same mind as you. It seems like in so many ways, and that same thing, that like I would have these ideas, and like that one got a little further, but some of them, like, you know, you'd hit a little pebble on the road and it would derail you from what you were doing. Fortunately, Julio's was something, like I said, my sister saw a building for sale with the pizzeria, the ovens, pizzeria turnkey. And
I remember that. It was first to have pizza before you got there, right? Dude, I almost bought that.
Yeah. If you knew how cheap you could have gotten it.
Dude, I think it was like when I could be wrong. All right, so here's what happened. Silvio passed away. I left Jack's. I went to go work at Umberto's. Probably like a year after I was in there, there was a place, I forget what it was called, but there was a place in Fairhaven. You remember where Ed's Benedict was?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a guy who moved in there after a bunch of different businesses, like, you know, it was I don't remember. Okay.
Karen Pescator opened her organic
well, that was
Sprout.
So that was after everybody else.
Okay.
Okay. She was the most recent thing. Now Taste and Technique moved from where Video on the Ritz is, and they went over there.
Another old school. Nothing like hitting up Umberto's and Video on the Ritz.
Dude, Video on the Ritz, bro.
That was the best 1-2 for a Friday night.
Do you know? This is how bad it got. Well, not bad, but because we were right there, and the setup that me and Tony had, not Tony Zertrucci.
Tony, your cousin.
The setup that me and Tony had downstairs in the basement at Umberto's. TVs, video games, computers, couches. It was like fucking crazy down there.
There was a basement down there?
Oh my god, yeah, you didn't know this?
Oh my god.
Dude, it was like we had like an apartment down there, dude. And it was like, man, my dad spent so much money on us. Every Saturday we go through Red Bank, and there was this place called on Broad Street. I'm going all over the place. This place on Broad Street called Gone to the Dogs. It was like a pet store or whatever. In the back of the pet store, the guy's son opened up a video game shop.
Oh.
Dude, I was there every Saturday. My dad was getting me a new video game. It was bad. It was like an addiction, dude. And he was cool with it. Dude, like, he was just like, oh, we got this one. And it's like, we're talking like early 2000s, man, where pizzerias were like fucking booming. Mm-hmm. Not like today. Not like where we're reaching for every fucking, or at least I am, you know, reaching for every penny I can grab. But, yeah, we just get a new video game every week, and we had, you know, in our basement, but we also had Video on the Ritz.
Yeah.
So we would go to Video on the Ritz almost every day. Every Tuesday, the new movies came out, and they had this thing. It was a pamphlet that would tell you what movies are coming out when. We called it the schematic. I don't know why.
Because it was your weekend schematic, or your weekly schematic.
So we called it the schematic, and every month Tony would go get the new schematic.
Mm-hmm.
But on the computer, whenever we put our account number in, it said Tony and Anthony can rent whatever they want because my dad got tired of them calling and being like, "Can you come over here and verify it's okay that they can get this movie?" And it said Tony and Anthony can rent whatever they want, and that included NC-17 movies.
I was going to say, you better have taken that to the full extent, because I'm thinking Hellraiser off the top of my head, and then it's like, well, you could go a lot further with this.
There were times where someone would be like, are you sure you can get this? And I was like, what does it say?
Yeah, man, that was the Friday one too. And with my uncle that night, the first cheesesteak I had, we went to Video on the Ritz. I rented the Ghostbusters Nintendo Entertainment System game, the original NES Ghostbusters game, but I was so young that I didn't understand how to work the game, and I'm just driving around the Ecto 1, like clueless. It might have been like one of the first RPGs.
You saw my pasta truck out there?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get the license plate as Pasta 1 after
Ghostbusters throwback. Nice.
But yeah, so shit, I lost where we were. Where were we?
Well, I was going to say about your family.
That was before that. Oh, sorry. All right, so this is going back to your spot. The guy who was selling, so after Ed's Benedict, and then there was like another place, and then there was like a steakhouse that was there for like a minute. Dave Kern's still the man, bro. Like, you guys on catering company, dude. Dave Kern's, that dude grinds, bro. He will fucking work his ass off. He's got a catering company. He's got a fucking other job. That dude grinds. But they closed their place, and there was another guy, Anthony Mazuka, and he opened up a sandwich shop there. And when he was getting ready to close it, I knew that it was for sale. So I was looking at that spot. I told my mom, I was like, my dream is not to run a pizzeria. My dream is to run a breakfast place.
I was going to say, not a pizzeria out of there. That makes sense. Okay.
My dream is and it's still my dream. I still want to do it, but and I haven't been able to pull the trigger on it. It's probably fucking in my head. But to own a breakfast place where I can open at 6 and close at 2 or 3. So I get the kids ready for the bus, and then I'm home to get them off the bus. That's my dream. I got 4 kids.
And then you're home with the kids.
Yeah, right. And then I have shit. Then I can do, because like I can go to bed at like 12 o'clock at night and still wake up at 6 and fucking be there, or 5 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that was my dream. And I remember I was looking at places that were for sale, and that one was for sale. I told my mom, and she was like, kind of like, you know, how I love my mom, but sometimes she can be a little short-sighted. So that was that. But anyways, I remember going on LoopNet and seeing First Ave Pizza was for sale. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But I want to say I saw it for sale for like $21,000 or
25.
20. See, I wasn't far off.
The wild part of that story. So it was a kid. It seemed like it was a kid whose dad bought him like a business for him to try to get into business, make it work. We moved in there. There's an attic that we use. We use every inch of the space now because we're busy.
An attic there?
Not an attic. It was a loft.
Okay.
And there was a mattress up there. There was a bathroom in the back that had like an old toothbrush, toothpaste, old box of condoms. Like,
goddamn, homie was sleeping.
He was, yeah. Well, he lived in Manasquan,
okay.
Somewhere down there. So I think he was living there a lot of the nights. And like we got in there with the phone system, and the answering machine is like all these customers being like, "Hey, like I placed an order online, and you guys aren't even open." Like time after time after time. Like so, he was not opening.
Oh fuck.
I think it was him on his own. He didn't have a crew. But as we're going through cleaning the space, going through all this stuff, behind the Pepsi machine, there's a for sale sign for like $10,000. I'm like, we could have gotten this place. We probably could have offered this guy $5,000 just to get out of the lease with the landlord.
Oh my god.
Like he was just paying rent on a place that wasn't bringing any money in for him.
Oh man.
So do your research if you're buying a place. Like we could have saved probably a cool $20,000 just on opening. But we don't beat ourselves up over that. It's more of we can laugh about it now.
That's good. As long as you can laugh about it. It's not like me who's just like, fuck.
I mean, hey, the extra $20,000 would be nice, and it's not like we're living free and clear. You know, there's lines of credit, there's debt everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's how you gotta do it for at least a while. And with the second spot, hopefully that'll help. But
how's that going, by the way?
It's picked up a lot this year.
Yeah.
had a lot of help with the new cook who's over there. When we were moving to Keansburg, all the locals there follow the locals' advice when you move into a spot and they're trying to tell you something. They all said do specials. I'm like, all right, we got our Monday, Tuesday 2-pie special. We'll do a slice special. Like, we thought that was good enough. And like for a year, it was kind of like, just like, we're not doing what we're doing in Atlanta.
Yeah, what'd they want? Like a fucking buy one pasta, get one free?
Lunch specials. So we run like a 1 through 6 of like, we have a pasta, a salad, a wrap, a sandwich.
You have full range over there too, right? You have a full kitchen?
2 gas ranges, flat top, low boy, and 2 gas fryers.
Okay.
So out the gate, we can do all this.
That's good.
If we had that set up in Atlantic.
Was it like a culture shock when you fucking moved there and started doing all those things rather than what you were doing at Atlantic?
No, we didn't start doing them off the bat. We started doing them this past year.
Okay.
So we were open a year and then had a cook who wanted to start doing them. I'm like, if you can do this wasn't my forte. It's not the kitchen. I can make pizza, I can make dough, I can make sauce. And so I never really oversaw the kitchen too much. In Atlantic, the first cooks that we hired, we taught them the recipes that we wanted to use for the pizza stuff, showed them how we wanted the veggies chopped. And then it was like, oh, well, we can do empanadas. And like, I'm like, we have room, we can do cheesesteaks.
They love doing empanadas, man. I had a guy come here, fucking like, he was here for a week and he was like, let's do empanadas, let's do tacos. And I'm like, can you fucking make me a fucking, yeah,
sure.
I gotta help you, bro. Just sip and hustle, dude.
I'm sipping. Yeah, no, and we'll have a quesadilla special on. We'll always try to use a wrap. Trying to make sure we're moving all the things.
Dude, if you're trying to, that's the thing. If you're doing quesadillas and you have wraps on your fucking menu, don't go buy tortillas. Just use the fucking wrap. Yeah, you know how many times I order wraps here for like my kids, or I'm sorry, how many times I order quesadillas here for my kids because I'm like, they love quesadillas. It's the easiest thing in the world.
What's the difference between a tortilla and a wrap? I mean, I guess.
If you're a Mexican restaurant, fine, dude. But if you're a pizza shop. And you have to utilize what you have.
I mean, when I buy it off of from U.S. Foods, it lists as tortilla, and it's shelf stable. So I mean, you buy a case every.
I will headbutt somebody from U.S. Foods, bro.
I've been very happy with them. I was PFG to start. Their drivers bitched and moaned about taking deliveries up the stairs. I would get underneath and I would push the delivery up the stairs for them as they're pulling the cart.
Sounds like fucking Anheuser, or actually, I don't remember who the sales company that does like Budweiser, Bud Light, but like when at Jack's, because like you had to bring it down the stairs, they would fucking cry about it all the time. I'm like, give me your hand cart, because like obviously you don't want to do your fucking job, you know, just bring it downstairs.
And apparently the union rules, there's no rule against going downstairs. It's upstairs. So like
there's union rules.
Yeah, it's a union thing.
Fucking, we started.
And I got 4 steps going up.
We need a pizza maker union.
Yeah, right.
But we own it, so we can't. We think we should shut that shit down.
Yeah,
no pizza union. Never mind.
But no, so I was at Serpico's and it was like 30 steps down to the basement, and that's where everything went, all the dry stuff. And I'm like, this is a fucking headache.
Do you have a basement in Atlantic?
No, it's a shared basement, so there's space under us. The diner next to us is the only one with access. Our next door neighbor, again, make friends with your other business neighbors, other people in your business as much as you can. If it doesn't have to be a cutthroat being enemies with people thing.
Doesn't make sense, dude.
I don't see a scenario where it does.
Yeah, I don't see exactly. I don't see a scenario where like you win pissing off your neighbors. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, pissing off your neighbors or even the other people in business with you in town. Like pizzerias, it's New Jersey. There's a pizzeria on every fucking corner,
dude,
and everybody makes it work.
Well, if you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But you did tell me that you mentioned that when I first opened, I came and introduced myself to like shut down
any negative.
Exactly. That was exactly.
And that was cool of you. I had never thought to do that with anybody else.
To just be like, hey, I'm here. I have no fucking intention of fucking with your shit.
And then what did I realize?
What's that?
I grew up under your dad's fucking pizzeria.
Fucking
I was like, dude, I saw you sitting in the dining room every day. I'd go in for slices. You and Tony.
Me and my fucking Ninja
hanging
Turtles,
out
bro.
in the dining room while I'm eating my lunch, like time after time.
So, but you did say, you don't have to tell me who it was, but somebody did come and was like,
he ended up being a good guy, and I think his space is good. And Rob from Zonies, and he was a nice guy, but he came in.
Who it was?
Yeah, he came in a little hot-headed, and Understandably, I guess
It's a whole fucking different style of pizza.
It is, but apparently there was some Facebook back and forth with
between
customers. You go on those town web pages, you see the way people are like, "Oh no, this isn't the spot. This is."
I think that's what I may have said to you. When I came in, when I was like, "There's no pizza war. The only fucking people who start the war are the customers."
Yeah,
they will fucking. And that's the thing is, I love my customers, and I'm sure just like you love your customers because they keep your fucking house, they keep a roof over your head, they keep food in your kids' mouths. But there's no reason to start a fucking war between two places.
Especially online where everybody can see it and they can be like, oh, this guy's a jackass jerk off.
Exactly.
And Rob doesn't do that. He wasn't going online. He was approaching me about some people that were online about it. And my wife and I don't do that. It's fun to go on and look and see what people are saying, see what kind of praise you're getting, see what kind of things that people have to say bad about it. I had a customer who was like, Julio's prices went up way too much recently. Like, I'm done with them. I'm like, all right, man, like, we had to raise our prices.
What you do, raise $1 and like fucking...
We raised the toppings. We tried to keep the base pie price really reasonable. So we went a little higher on the toppings then. You know, you compare your menu with other people's menus. Mm-hmm. You obviously look at your food costs.
Yeah.
And we felt like we were hitting a pretty sweet spot. But
yours and Franny's, and I want to say Chifulo's menu is always open in my fucking web browser. Because when I have to check my prices.
That's you doing your fucking homework.
Dude. And it's not even like, oh, let me undercut. I'm just like, where can I hit the fucking middle?
Yeah, or where can I need to be this high. Like, am I crazy higher than everybody else?
But like, why is it also like, I'm just trying to keep my doors open?
Because you pay an insane rent in this place.
I have nuts rent, dude. Yeah. My rent is nuts.
That's not helping you.
I know. But... it's like
and West Marine just closed down. I saw this as I pulled up. So like the businesses that would bring in pizza customers.
Exactly.
This is not a pizza plaza anymore.
It's not. I lost Family Dollar a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. I just lost fucking West Marine. You know, the only people keeping me open really, I got fucking thank God for fucking Jungle Jim and Jane, and Reaction Lab just opened up down there.
Which surprisingly, like those are people that are coming in to work out. Like you got gyms and doctors all around you. Who's going to the doctor to get a slice of pizza?
Dude, nobody's leaving a fucking workout and coming to grab a slice.
Exactly.
I mean, unless they're doing it over at Chifulo's where you got Navasink Fitness, but like I don't know.
No, they're going to the dollar store and the Goodwill.
And nothing against Chifulo's. I don't even. I mean, Bobby, I know you, but I don't know you. But he's got a bar right next to him.
Oh yes.
Well, Gateway.
Yeah, no, I thought you were going to say in his spot. But yeah,
no,
and Mark, who runs that, who's an awesome, support them.
I want to have Mark on here.
You should.
I have questions for Mark.
Yeah, we don't need to get into any...
No, I don't want to, it's not political.
Okay.
You know, that's one thing I want to do about the show is I never want to, look, dude, your politics, and it's something that I remember, it was something that, it was when I was working at Jack's. And I want to say it was like the 2012 elections were going on, and I was asking everybody, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? It's like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And the one girl who was like a political science major was just like, it's none of your business. And I was like, who'd you vote for? She's like, no, it's literally none of your business. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn. And when she like broke it, like Karen, I love you. She broke it down for me, and I don't remember it, but the fact that it's none of my business is what stuck. Mm-hmm. But it's none of my fucking business.
Yeah.
You know, politics. Your politics, my politics, it's none of my fucking... And if you want to dislike me over what I did or who I voted for, it's that... I say this all the time too. I know that I'm a good person. Mm-hmm. I know. In my bones, I know that I'm a good person. If you have a problem with me, it's your problem. Guarantee you I didn't do anything to cause that problem. But if you don't like me, I don't like you either. But, oh shit. No, John. John now owns Olivia's. And Olivia's too.
Trattoria?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on blast here, John.
I'm trying to figure where that is. I know it, but I'm trying to...
Olivia's is in where Pizza Company was.
Yes, that's right. I was going to say, it rings such a bell.
Yep.
That's why.
And Olivia's 2 is where Rufino's was, which is actually a spot that Melanie and I were trying to buy. But we're going to get into that when we do Melanie's episode. Sorry. But John is the only guy my dad ever fired.
Oh. I might be getting into that then, too. I don't know.
Yeah, he would go get change for $100 out of the bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it wasn't putting $100 back. That was it. Yeah.
That's a problem.
A couple grand.
Yeah, that's another tough part of the business. People you can trust to handle the money.
I know. It's a rough one, man.
Because I think about that, like, And even my family-owned businesses, before we opened Julio's, my grandfather had laundromats, and like his kids, he brought them to do things, but it was like dad's always out working.
Yeah.
Like shit's going on with the shop, gotta be there. Like the teams that we have assembled, we're so fortunate that like Aaron's countering during the days, I'm doing a couple days pizza, and it keeps me enjoying pizza. Like doing pizza 2 days a week, I love making pizza because I only get to do it 2 days a week. I'd do it more if I could.
What are you talking about? You want to come make pizza here, bro?
You know what?
2 days a week, bro. That's it.
Paid,
Oh my gosh, I know.
Yeah, but I got two guys. I got everybody who wants to work, and they're all great, and a great crew. And then the counter kids who do handle the money are the ones we trust. They've been with us a while, and I have ways to check all of the. We have sucks having the cameras, and I just put one in Atlantic, which they're like, "What is this about? Like, you can't just put one outside." I'm like, "We just had guys that quit on us that told me like my business is gonna fail. I guarantee you." The guy who showed up at your back door.
What I would have said was, honestly, I would have been like, I just had 2 guys quit on us, and they just went to a pizzeria down the street and fucking gave them completely different names. So I literally can't trust anyone at the moment.
Yeah, and
but they were there since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah, so I mean, to get back to that, they organized the kitchen and had that going, and I wasn't a kitchen guy. So in terms of the dishes they were putting out, they were doing the empanadas and the prep that they were doing, having everything ready to go in the small space. I was really afraid to let them go, and to the point where like if I was putting a ticket back and it was taking like 20 minutes for a cheesesteak, because they had attitudes too. So like poke your head around the corner and look and see like where's this cheesesteak at on the fucking pan. You kind of get like barked at, even as their boss.
Yeah.
And I realized it's because they knew that they had that much more kitchen experience than me, and they felt like they could kind of walk over me in that sense. So when they
like
wanted
almost
to quit,
almost like then if you have a problem with it, you come do it kind of thing.
kind of, yeah. And they had walked out once, and we did take over, and we did step back and do the kitchen and make everything, but it was a grueling weekend, and it sucked. And they came back looking for their jobs, and we're like, all right, like, can we make things better? And
have they come back since they left this time?
The one who showed up here tried to. He's texted me multiple times, and finally he's stopped. I don't know if he's on work. The other one, I think, kind of just realized like I fucked up, and
they were brothers, right?
Yeah.
Like one. So which one was like? Was there like one who was kind of?
So there was one brother who's been with us from the start. The other one came in maybe 6 months in.
Okay.
The brother from the start, great worker. Anytime there were sandwich trays, caterings, whatever for like early in the morning, they'd be like, okay, can I come in at 10 o'clock and do this? I got to come in early to get this done. Wants to get everything done. The other one would meander in every day at like 11:40. We've been open for 10 minutes. He's expecting either the other cook to get it done, or there's days where he was the only one in the kitchen, and I have a ticket for 2 pies and a cheesesteak, and I'm like, I got to throw these 2 pies in and get the cheesesteak going.
So was there like, and now this is just me personally asking at this point, was there one that had like obviously there was they were brothers, so they were obviously, one was like the older brother and one was the younger brother, but was there one that had like the big bro mentality type thing?
They saw themselves as equals in the kitchen.
Okay, so which one kept texting you for his job back?
The younger one.
The younger one.
But he has the family.
Okay.
So he was more scrambling probably to find a job.
Okay.
And the other one was the better worker. So he maybe found a job faster, and maybe is on to things.
Fucking hell, dude. That's kind of like that's such a fucking like a mix too, because you have like the younger brother who's a shittier worker, and the older brother who's a better worker, but like the younger brother's one being like, hey, can I have my shit back?
Yeah, and then throw this in. The reason they walked was the older brother had asked for a raise, and I said, you do great work, prices have gone up on everything. He's like, I see your menu prices up. I'm like, that doesn't mean we're making more money, but yes, like we'll get you a raise.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't mean to cut you off again. When I'm gonna fucking look right at my customers. When we raise our prices, we're raising our prices to keep up with everything else that's raised.
Oh, utilities right now are insane.
Right? So when your gas price goes up, guess what? Our gas price goes up. But because we're a commercial business or a commercial space, our gas price not only goes up more, we have less leniency. They can't shut your residential space off in the wintertime because you rely on it. They have no problem cutting us off. When your groceries go up, our groceries go up just as much. If you notice gas prices going up, this is like a big thing. Whenever we notice gas prices go up, our inventory goes up. Almost, I would say like 25, maybe 10 to 15 to 25%.
50% on gas utility.
50 on, and that was like...
Well, for our gas.
Okay.
This year, over the past year, we've seen like a 50% increase on gas. And
That's like wild.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen that too. I've got on that.
I 100%
seen that at home too. But then, yes, the delivery fees go up for the companies that are dropping off your product at the back door because they are taking the shit by gas-powered trucks.
Exactly.
And they have their costs that are increasing as well.
And then when you see gas prices go down, unfortunately, our inventory prices don't go down
as
back
quickly
to what they were.
No.
Right?
No. They crawl down maybe a little bit, but they get comfortable being at like, okay, now you're paying $2 a pound for wings. Like, now this is a comfortable thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll throw you like a 185 or whatever once in a while.
Yeah, some miscuts or something.
And then guess what? Super Bowl comes around.
And
you better get your wings.
You gotta get them quick.
You better get them fast, and you better get them in December because it's almost like you gotta get them in December and freeze them, which I hate freezing fucking products. I hate it. I took stuff.
So the funny thing with the brothers, back to that, because the real kicker of that was the older brother asked for the raise. I thought he had earned it. He comes in, makes sure everything in the kitchen is functioning great. Comes in early to make sure customer wants something at 10:30. We're not open until 11:30. Like, he'll come in and do it. I'm like,
well, like a catering order or like
catering and stuff like that.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
all right. I think like somebody's outside fucking banging on the door.
No, never that. It's like the bang on the windows. It's like, hey man, sorry. So, like,
dude, like, what is that, man?
I don't know.
Nobody's banging on the door at Target like before they open.
Yeah,
they're there calmly waiting. But for us, and we'll get to hot takes.
I guess maybe they're like, hey, they gotta have slices out the window or whatever. Like, can I just get a slice? It's like, I haven't gotten the slices yet.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I'm still opening everything up. The older brother got the raise, and the younger brother had recently given me some serious attitude where I had a ticket in for a sandwich, and I was in the kitchen, and I handed him the ticket to tape to the sandwich. I saw he was finishing the sandwich as I was walking back to the front, and I handed him the ticket to tape to the sandwich, and he slapped it out of my hand and gave me some attitude. Like, what do you think, I don't do my job fast enough? I'm like, I'm walking by just trying to assist you. And it was an issue, and I went away, and he was cool and calm for the next 3 weeks after I was like, that's not okay.
Yeah. You gotta check your people sometimes.
Yeah, well, at the situation we were in, it was tough to. It's like, these guys run this kitchen. I'm not a kitchen guy.
Yeah.
They know the inventory going in and out, like, can tell me how many cheeses I need because they're making it.
Have you since, sorry, I'm just making sure I'm on. Okay. Have you, because like since they left, have you become like a kitchen guy?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So the younger brother,
this is my podcast.
I know.
All right, chill out.
I know.
I'm fucking with you. No, that's exactly what I was.
I got you.
I had to give you some of the younger guy shit right there. But no, you were saying, okay, so he gave
the whole kicker of the thing was the younger guy with a 3-week cool period between like his brother getting a raise, him throwing the tantrum with me, and then a few weeks later being like, are you still paying me the same that you pay me? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you're fucking throwing bitch fits in the fucking kitchen. Absolutely, I'm paying you the same.
That, and you haven't asked me for a raise. Like, but if you ask me for a raise, it's something we could talk about. He's like, yeah, well, I want a raise. I'm like,
dude, what is that, man? Nobody wants to fucking have a conversation anymore, man.
I'm not gonna pay you more just because I like.
Am I supposed to get,
unless you're fucking seriously kicking some ass? And I'm like, dude, you're doing a great job. And like that dude, happens.
Like, great job is one thing, dude. Fucking like, and that's the thing I somebody told me this one time, and I wish, dude, I really wish I could fucking like. My people are good, and I love my people. I really do. An employee is not supposed to. An employee should make you more money. That's why you're paying them, and if they make you more, that's why you pay them more.
Right.
If they're bringing more money into your door, then obviously you should pay them more.
I have a handful of employees that understand that are like, I want to keep your costs down because I want you to make more money. And that beats in the back of my mind, like, I want to pay you more money when we're making more money.
Yeah. But if you're the guy who's also signing my paychecks and giving me my money, I guarantee I would never slap a fucking ticket out of your fucking hand, bro.
Yeah, but that's the power that they felt they had over us.
Okay.
5+ years.
And they found out.
Well, I came back later that week and was like, here's your raise. I was like, we had a problem. I didn't like that, but you have worked hard. You're late a lot, and this is the raise I'm willing to offer you. And it was half of what I gave his brother. And he said, and his brother basically stepped in like, we do the same job. We should make it the same. And I'm like, you should be standing up for yourself. That you do a better job than your brother. You come in early.
Like, you ever slap a fucking ticket out of my hand?
Yeah, and that. But beyond that, I was willing to let that go. And it came down to, you do a better job than your brother. You should feel disrespected that your brother wants the same pay as you. And I don't think you deserve the same. And this is what I think he deserves. You're getting paid what I think you deserve, and you're happy with it. And he's getting a little less. And he's like, well, if we can't get there, it's a Sunday night, it's 7 o'clock, I'm supposed to go back to Keansburg to close. I was actually driving, filling in for a driver.
Yes, us as business owners, we do every job. Including driving.
Yes, true. And the customers love it when you show up at their house and it's like, oh my God, we got Julio here.
Dude, I fucking love, oh wait, okay. All right, after this story, we have to tell people who Julio is.
True.
Okay.
So they threatened to walk, and I told them, hey, you've walked out before, and there weren't consequences. You walk out tonight, and you won't have a job tomorrow. And they decided to walk out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I got a text the next day, like, hey, or 2 days later, like, can I have my job back? And I was like, no, like, we can't deal with people walking out. Like, we have families and stuff too. Like, I understand you have a family. We have families that we can't be having to deal with people walking out.
Yeah.
And
sorry if that's blowing your face.
it's all good. So that was like the first real boss moment that I had. And it came 6 years into the job, 5.5 years into the job.
Oh, fuck, really?
I mean, the first like real boss moment was like...
Yeah, I fired somebody after 3 weeks. After 3 weeks being open.
Well, you saw your dad do it too, I'm sure.
No, like I say, you only fired one fucking
3?
person.
Oh, I thought you said 3, okay.
No, I fired 3. Or I've had 3 people quit on me. I fired 2 people.
Yeah, we haven't had, like I said, those kitchen guys for almost 6 years were the two kitchen guys. And it was like, what I saw in Keansburg gave me a confidence of the cooks that we had over there and how great they work and want to do new dishes, and they're always like communicating about like, all right, we can make this better doing this, and it's like this back and forth of like, they know that I don't cook over there, but they have enough respect for me to run ideas past me and try to make things better, and we talk about things, and it's like, you want to do chicken noodle? Great, like make some chicken noodle soup, let's taste it. And,
bro, that's
this
like,
is delicious.
It's such a hard thing to like, as a business owner, I don't know why. It's like a hard thing, but it's a hard thing for people. Like, people come to work and they think that, oh, we should just get money for being here to work. And that, like, look, that's why, of course, that's why you're there, and that's why we pay you what we pay you. But like,
right, you gotta be doing your job.
Yeah, you gotta be doing your job. And if your goal, like as an employee of a small business, of a mom and pop, of not a fucking Rite Aid, CVS, Quick Check, Walmart, like,
you're about to set.
You have to try to bring in more money, or want to bring in more money.
Yes.
Because guess what, dude? Like, regardless of what, here's the thing. As a small business, as you and I, as pizzeria owners in New Jersey, Central Jersey, I don't give a fuck. Just Central Jersey.
The start of the shore.
Yeah, dude. Like, in order for you to keep your job,
we gotta make money.
We gotta make money, dude.
Yep.
It's not like the CEO of fucking Wawa is making his whatever 6-figure it is because you're there for $17.50. Like, dude, just if you want to keep your job at this small mom and pop, do your best to keep us making money. Because it's, for some of us, it's the one spot that your boss has. You know what I mean? Like, for the people that work for me, they know this is my one fucking store. Mm-hmm. And for the people that work for you, they should understand. You have 2 stores. But these are your only 2 stores. Mm-hmm. When you're driving on 35 and you see 4 or 5 Wawas, the CEO don't give a fuck about who's working there. We know everybody's their fucking name, their fucking story, their fucking birthdays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you're working. It's not like if you work at Wawa or you say Wawa, Walmart, Target, whatever. You've never met the CEO of that place.
Right.
You've never heard you or I referred to as a CEO, but guess what? We're the CEOs.
True. I've never even thought of it that way. But yeah.
Like, so if you want to put a fucking like a gold star label on CEO, oh, this is CEO of Walmart. Like, this is like, go fucking Google. You can Google him. Dude, you and I are the CEOs of fucking Julio's Pizza Company and Amici Pizzeria.
Right, and if any of those locations aren't making money, what do they do to them? They shut them down.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, you're losing us money. As a CEO, you're looking at it as a number of this store. I'm only assuming as a CEO of a large company. Like, this store's losing us money. But
they
cut
close
it out. Sell the property.
We don't do that because it's...
We can't.
We can't.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, imagine like the amount of money we'd lose. We can't just walk away from what we started.
Right.
We don't have that luxury.
No, but we can make shift and figure out how to regroup. And it's not like we were ever in a position of we're not making money. Keansburg was that way. We had to figure out how to jumpstart it and start making money. And the guys who worked there were the ones who did that because they understand. I have Mike, our pizza maker over there, is, I keep offering like, hey, we need another prep. We're getting busier. You guys want another prep person for the mornings? Like, I'll bring in. So
he's probably like, yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Exactly. That's
right? We're good.
We had a conversation today. He said, no, I don't want you to spend that money.
We got a boss.
Exactly.
Because we're the fucking bosses that like, dude, do you know like my mom and dad, just from like one employee at Umberto's, they are godparents to like 3 different kids. That's what we get. Like, I'm not a godparent of any child right now, and I don't know if you are, but like that's what I'm saying. Like that's a small business family mentality that you and we have.
Yeah.
So like when somebody leaves like a bad review, like that, we feel it in our bones because like this is ours. It's not we don't get to not ever see that. The CEO of a Target doesn't get to see the bad review that somebody left 2 hours ago at the Middletown Target. Yeah. Right? Guess what? It goes right to our fucking email, and we're notified the second we get it, which is like exactly what happened like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, every day. I had to go out back and I check.
I did multiple times.
Google both shops.
Especially when I'm not there. When I'm not there, that's why I check. I love you guys. I do. I really do. But when I'm not there, I'm like, are they cool? There's 2 things I look at. I look at my POS, what we're doing, how we're doing.
What the numbers are.
Yeah, what the numbers are that day, how we're doing. I look at that multiple times a day. And the other thing is I fucking type in Amici Pizzeria, and I see the Google reviews. Yeah, we're good. Hey, you guys did a great job tonight. Like I don't have to talk about it. And you know what? The thing that I love about my staff too is we got a bad review the other day, and I think we talked about it earlier, but it was a person who there was nothing we could do
to make them mad.
Yeah, I could have given the guy fucking $500 and he was a
he's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he wouldn't have given a shit.
Yeah,
he was ready to. It from what I'm told from the staff, this guy he created a new Google account just to leave this.
Oh, you gotta love those. You can't even track where they've been. Are they local or are they just visiting in town? And
yeah, when you pick the most generic, the most generic American first and last names.
Peter Benjamin.
Yeah, Mike Smith.
Mike Smith. There you go.
You just made that fucking account just to do this.
Slander. Yeah,
just to do this. So, but yeah, it's we depend on all of that. So I see it. I got a notification a second, and like I said, I love my staff because I got called. I was like, they were like, hey, this is gonna happen. Just letting you know.
Hey, that's like you were saying, staff. Yes,
it's staff, dude.
And you train them the right way, and the customer service. You let them know things they can do to make the customer happy, anytime if they gotta go above and beyond that, if somebody's, not being pleased with, let me send you another pie, let me give you a ticket for a free pie in the future, let me refund your order. Okay, this customer's still unhappy. Hey, let Aaron and I know when we contact them. Like,
exactly.
The amount of random numbers I have in my phone from
just let us
making shit smooth.
Like, look, we don't not trust you. But when it becomes you've done everything that we would have done if we were there. Now let us take care of it.
Exactly.
And see if we can do something. And please don't take it as a disrespect. Please take it as the biggest honor. I felt like I could only do this first one with another owner of a pizzeria. But I told Melanie, I kept telling her over and over again, as much as you weren't, in the beginning, you weren't, really as responsive to getting...
I didn't mean to be.
No, and I'm not... You were going through some shit.
Yeah. I finally just put it on my Julio's account and then sent it back to my personal account.
Yeah, you were going through some shit, but...
I don't have the Julio's on the phone, and I was I want to type these things on the computer.
Yeah. But I wanted it to be you because I knew this is how it was going to go. I knew that I was going to let loose as much as I can get you to let loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this has been... I'm going to have a lot of fucking editing to do.
Yeah, you are.
But... Because I want to get this down to an hour. But this has been... relieving for me as well.
Cool. Good. I'm glad. Me too. I'm psyched. I'm having a blast. I feel like there's 100 stories in the back of my head that I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I know.
We might have to do a part 2.
That's I'm definitely I definitely want to have you as a part 2 because this is not anywhere near close to being as done.
Or an Aaron and I together or something. Oh, sweet.
So I have some.
Oh my God.
Can you see it already? Damn it.
No, I can't see it.
Okay, good. All right. So I told Melanie that I wanted to do this thing where every guest would get not only, not the glasses that we use, but their own glasses. So these glasses say Sip and Hustle Podcast on them. Okay? But they also say Julio's Pizza Company.
Dope.
Dude, the arguments that we had on... So we use Melanie's Cricut maker to put these on the glass. Okay. So they are waterproof, but I wouldn't dishwash them.
All right, hand wash.
Yeah, just hand wash. Our argument was, does this empty space, is it supposed to be white or clear? Because we had transparent paper.
For the white?
Yeah, so I ended up following, so on all over your website, it's just the same as the background. But I found one picture on Instagram that it was on a red koozie.
Okay. Yeah.
And this wasn't white. So I said, okay, transparent it's gonna be.
Transparent looks great. This is phenomenal.
This is something that I want, you guys can use or not use, I don't care. But whenever you see these glasses, you remember that you were on the Sip and Hustle podcast. And it's also, so I did this on purpose, your logo on your glass is larger than my logo.
Well, you didn't have to do that. But...
No, I want you to see Julio's and then Sip and Hustle.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
There's some glasses for you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this, man. It was kind of like a little bit of a hunt, but like I said, you were the one that I wanted first because I knew I could be myself with you.
Well, we played around to golf together, so.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's just that I knew that I could be myself.
We've been ourselves around each other.
Yeah, it was a couple, and not many, but it was enough conversations that I was like, all right, I know that I could be myself with this person. That you meet somebody, you're like, oh, let me pull myself back a little bit, but I could be me with you, and I wanted to do this as real. It wasn't so much as this episode and this journey that I'm going on wasn't so much about me doing a podcast, but it was about, and not so much as you being the first guest, but it was allowing myself to be me. I knew that I could be me with you.
Appreciate that.
and I knew that I could be me, like, to them because it was with you, you know.
Yeah.
This is more about, this episode especially is more about your journey than my journey, but I can put myself inside there. I was able to connect more than I would with somebody else.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Totally. You got to get your audience to know you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Melanie on here as like the owner of Amici soon. I want to have a conversation with her too, and what she feels was like, you know, what we could have done differently, or what we could have, or what, I guess, like, screwed us in our journey. But the whole point of this show that I want is that, and we talked about it earlier. One, you don't need to be an expert at the field that you're passionate about.
No.
Two, if you want to do something, just fucking do it, man. Like, just do it.
Be passionate about it.
If it's something that you want, you feel it, you want it, go do it. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. Because if, like, and it's happened to me before, where I wanted to do other things and I was told, do this instead, or you said you were gonna do this, and it's like, if you feel it, do it. If you want it, get it. And that's kind of what I want people who haven't gotten to where we've gotten just yet. And they'll get there. But as long as we can, like, as long as I and bringing the people on that I can bring on, as long as together we can help people. If there's one person that listens or watches this, like I said, this is a sip and hustle. I may be a couple sheets through right now. If anybody listens to this and they see that, oh, okay, there are supposed to be bumps in the road. It's not supposed to be easy. I have to work for it. Anything that's worth having is worth working for. If one person gets that from this, it's not worth any money. It's not about money. If I can get sponsors, whatever, I can make money on this podcast, that'd be great. But if one person is just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it because, or not even because, but like, I heard these guys and they were just chopping it up and they did it, and maybe I can too. That's it. That would make whatever. If I have 4 more right now booked, but this one is my first, obviously. If one person hears any of this and is just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it because they said just fucking do it, then.
Back to the conversation we had. We need more small business.
It's all
Amazon's taking over the world, and hopefully there's more people that want to open up shops like we have.
Yeah, and hopefully that helps. That helps other places too. Like, the more small business, like we're America, man. We're fucking built on fucking dreamers, dude. Like, small businesses is what carried us so far. You hear your parents be like, oh, blah, 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 when such and such had this place, or we used to go here all the time. Like, those places don't exist anymore because big businesses taking over. If you have an idea, if you have a passion, if you want to do something, do it. Just, like, there's nothing else I can do. Just fucking do it. And, like, not only, like, just like, oh, we opened a pizzeria because it's what we like or whatever, but like, even like fucking Nicolina at fucking Cozy Corner, like, fuck, man, like, you just have a passion for baking. Just fucking that's one person. Like, I'm not one person, but that's like somebody I could be like, she wanted it, fucking grabbed it. You know?
We see a lot of that happen around us, which hopefully keeps happening.
Yeah, we gotta keep that shit going, dude. Small businesses, man. That's what we're built on. You know? So, Brandon, thank you so much for being my first guest.
Thank you for having me.
There's gonna be a part 2. There has to be a part 2.
There has to be.
Because I think we got into some of it, but
we touched the surface, so we had a great conversation.
Yeah. But there's gonna be a part 2. And then we're gonna have Erin on. And she's probably still mad at me that she's on the first.
Yeah, she's best.
Maybe after Erin we can play chill mode too. I know we can really do. Alright. Thank you guys. This has been the Sip and Hustle podcast. We sipped, talked about our hustles. That's a lot, actually. Alright, we're gonna call Uber. Later.
That was
That was just like, it was
a great conversation.